strike. In fact, he took that single and gave the strike to Usman. So you need the trust, and this is where the team effort comes into play.
Cricket and commentary is done in partnerships. If one partner is not doing good, it's not working out.
Oh, yes, and now he has got 5 deliveries. All he needs to do is get couple of maximum. Can he be the first man in the history of fan code 8 and bash to get to that magic figure 100, 143 for no loss? Jeevan Gangadharan to Rais Ahmed.
He'll go for a 2 here. He would want to go for a 2. Quick run. Go, Rais. That's a 2.
The way you said go Rais, it reminds me of DDLJ. Ja Simran Ja.
Go, Rais, go. Live your life and get to a century here. Still 11 to go for Rais. Just 4 balls remaining. This is a race against time here. He goes big. He goes maximum. Does he? I think he does. It's coming down. Oh my goodness me. It took so much time coming down the delivery. Well, that's an anticlimax. But stand up, everyone in the house. Give a standing ovation to this man called Rais the Little Jumbo. It was high. It was Burj Khalifa high. And they took it thankfully. We have seen so many drop chances as well. It wasn't just Rais's day to get to a century here. Anticlimactic scenes. 145 for 1. Rais Ahmed, 89. Masterful of 35 deliveries. Impressive is a small word for this knock. What a brilliant performance. Look at his teammates celebrating his 89. Standing ovation for Rais Ahmed, not just in the dugout but in the comm box as well. .3 overs gone, 145 for 1. They still have a chance to cross that 159 barrier. Saghir comes into bat. He's on number 2 in terms of the number of sixes that he's hit. Right after that man who's departed. Saghir Afridi comes out to bat. 14 more to equal Future Mattresses tally of 159, the highest score in this tournament and the third highest score in T10s rather. In terms of runs, it is still tied as the highest score. Only a single coming in this delivery. And I think just 2 more balls remaining, and if 2 legal deliveries are bowled, they're not going to get to 159 certainly, but it has been very, very entertaining. Good pullback effort coming in from Ajman in the last couple of overs here. Ajmal bowled decently well. Now Jeevan is turning it on as well. Well, Jeevan took the wicket, and all everyone in the ground wanted was another Jeevan Dan for Rais.
Before that, whatever he middled or the missed time shots also went for maximum. But when needed, it was held at the long on. It has been an excellent bowling performance by Jeevan Gangadharan. The only bowler to get a wicket under his belt is Jeevan Gangadharan. Just 20 runs. But what a knock we have witnessed from Rais Ahmed. And this will boost their confidence going into that qualifier tomorrow.
Absolutely, why not? And 7 is looking like a very strong side now. The most important thing is all young men. They are very, very good fielders as well. They save at least 12 to 15 runs in the field itself. So it's very difficult to score against them. Wide. Has to be. Yes, it is. Called a little late by umpire Hamid. I had a mini heart attack there. Yeah, we are so much into the game, and this is what happens with a brilliant knock. So last ball to go. Saghir on strike. And this time it's not a wide. It is not, is it? No, it is not. So anticlimax at the end. Rais lost his wicket. A couple of dot balls ensuring this is a very good over. Just 5 runs coming off it. Brilliant last over from Jeevan. But the score is still pretty huge. It's 148 for 1. Brilliant scenes at the Eden Gardens. This certainly was like Eden Garden for Rais. And he took a walk in that Eden Garden Park.
Excellent piece of batting display by 7 districts. And 148 for the loss of 1 in their allotted 10 overs. And let us see the batting card of 7 districts.
In fact, we'll get to it a little later. Those are the highlights. The whole game was more like highlights. Because Saghir was going all guns blazing. Rather, Rais was going all guns blazing. Irfan joined him as well a little later. And he himself was going at a strike rate of more than 300 for most of the innings. Some brilliant scenes, brilliant shots, skiers, Burj Khalifa high. And the ball, all it could do was fly all around the park. There you go. One after the other. It was raining sixes at one point of time. At one time, my co-commentator Ahmed Khwaja lost his voice because of the shots that were being hit. He's getting some energy back right now. Look at that, all around the park. Over cover, over point, down the ground. And this was another masterful shot. He got out on a similar shot, mind you. But he hit 8 sixes, if I'm correct. That was the skier. It was beautifully taken as well. Wonderfully well taken by Anis. So that is how things ended. Mohammad Irfan, 52 brilliant runs. He deserved that half century of 23 balls. And Rais Ahmed, 89 of 35. That is a knock to be remembered for a long, long time. Mohammad Saghir not out on 1. Extras, just 6. 10 overs, 148 for 1. Massive. Absolutely massive. Every bowler was taken apart. Ankur Sangwan, the great Ankur Sangwan, 25 runs going at 12.5. Mohammad Samir going at 20. Mohammad Usman at 15. Nasir Aziz at 25. Farazuddin at 17. Jeevan Gangadharan, he bowled well. 2 overs, 21 runs, picking up a wicket. And Mohammad Ajmal bowled a brilliant second over as well. 2 overs, 21 runs, didn't pick up a wicket. Only 1 wicket fell, and that was the wicket of the Lil Jumbo, Rais Ahmed. Jeevan Gangadharan, the pick of the bowlers there, bowled a very good last over, just 5 of it. So that is the stat for you. 149 required in 10 overs at 14.9 apiece. It is not going to be easy against this professional 7 district side. We'll go into a break, come back, and we'll tell you the story of the second innings. Stay tuned.
Good evening, viewers, and welcome back to the Fan Code A10 Bash 2023. It's the final group stage game, match number 28 between 7 Districts and Ajman Heroes. And what a power show put on by 7 Districts. 52 of 23 for Mohammad Irfan. Rais Ahmed with the highest individual score of the tournament. He is also the highest run getter of the tournament. 89 of just 35 deliveries to post a whopping 148 runs in their allotted 10 overs. Plenty of punishment dished out to the Ajman Heroes bowlers. Jeevan Gangadharan, the only wicket taker. 145 run opening stand. Clearly the best partnership of the tournament and perhaps in T10 history itself. Well, it's a tall order for Ajman Heroes to get to that massive target of 149. Joining me in the comm box for what should be a very exciting run chase, it's once again Faizan Khan. Good evening, Faizan.
Thank you so much, Ahmed. Yeah, what an exciting first innings we've had. We are hoping that we get a response similar to the first innings from Ajman Heroes as well. It would be absolutely amazing to witness if Ajman can go close to this total or maybe even overhaul it. And they have the wares to do that. And I think there's been a promotion up the order. Ajmal is coming into bat here.
Yeah, they've sent out their two most fearsome batters, Khalid Shah and Mohammad Ajmal. Mohammad Ajmal having an excellent tournament with bat and ball, and Khalid Shah, he's come back into form with a bang. So it certainly has to be something close to that incredible opening stand between Irfan and Rais. So this should be quite exciting. It's going to be Zishan, the new entrant into the 7 District side, taking the new ball. And let's see what happens. Here we go. First ball.
Banged in short somehow. Well, we'll have to take a look at that again. But certainly, dot ball to start the proceedings with. And I think Khalid was as surprised as all of us that it was banged in short. It would be great to see if Khalid gets going right from the word go, because he's a dasher of a batter.
Oh, absolutely. Made some decent runs in the previous match Ajman Heroes played earlier in the day. And they really like him to continue that big hitting form.
Second ball. And bam! It's going. One bounce for flat hard into the square.
Well, that was meat and drink for Khalid Shah. Short, wide and crashed over the covers. Excellent way to get off the mark. I had a feeling it had the legs to go for 6. It was so well struck, but just one bounce over the rope. Look at that bat speed. Beautiful.
Absolutely. Quick hands from Khalid Shah. And also, there's a wind across the ground. So the batters will have to be very careful from which end they are batting and where the wind is taking the ball. Because I think Rais's dismissal, that wind played a little bit of a role there. It held the ball just a little bit back. Wide being given by umpire Hamid there. Not a very confident start from Zishan, but the idea is right. He's changed the angle. He's coming from over the wicket now, trying to bowl it across Khalid Shah. That's a good ploy, and that was something which was missing in the Ajman's bowling in the first innings, where they bowled too close to Irfan. Look at that, Khalid Shah trying to see which way the wind is blowing. Well done, Khalid.
A very old school method, that. Reminds me of our gully cricket days. So Zishan under a bit of pressure here.
And again, going across the body, this time not being called a wide by umpire Hamid. Khalid cannot believe it. I think it was mighty close to being a wide.
Well, Ajman Heroes getting a well-deserved break after taking a bit of a pounding with the ball in hand. Good to see Ankur Sangwan in decent spirits. He had to come off with a bit of cramp. And he's an important player, a key component of this Ajman Heroes bowling attack. Hopefully he'll be good to go tomorrow in the playoff stage.
Absolutely. But can Ajman maintain their second position and can get 2 chances at the title? And swing and a miss. So this is decent bowling coming in from Zishan. He's been pretty good for the 7 Districts.
Yeah, definitely swings the ball. Decent prospect. Has that skiddy pace. Has to be careful with his length though. But the way he's getting that swing, certainly aided by the windy conditions. And those look a tired lot, the bowlers of Ajman Heroes. They've certainly taken a bit of tap today.
Yeah, they look in shock, don't they? Look at Nasir Aziz. 25 runs in his over. Nicely bowled. And poor. You don't usually see 7 districts do that. Thankfully, he got a hand to that. And a very close call on running between the wickets. The bowler got into the way and he had to go around him.
Well, Zishan still encouraging Nabil Arshad there at short third. He was almost taken out by his partner. Fun and games at the T10 bash. But it's been a decent over from Zishan.
Yeah, certainly. Chasing a huge total. If you can give away 7 runs in the first 5 deliveries, half the battle is won. You need to finish well though. Make sure you don't give away a boundary here.
Yeah, this man Khalid Shah will be itching to go after Zishan. Have to be on red alert.
Short arm jab, straight to hand. Second attempt taken. Khalid goes.
Well, that was smacked, but straight to the mid-wicket in the 30-yard ring. Usually you don't have that fielder in for the fast bowler. But very unlucky dismissal, I feel, for Khalid Shah. He really pinged that, but straight to the fielder. Oh, rolled up to his elbows, but just about hung on for dear life. So Khalid Shah departs early. Ajman Heroes 7 for 1.
Haider Ali, left arm spin, captain of 7 districts, coming into bowl here. He's a very good bowler, mind you. And in fact, he decides against it and is going for the pacer, Nabil here.
Yeah, I thought you were right there. He had the ball in hand. So he's sticking to the plan of aggressive fast bowling first up. We saw Ajman Heroes start with Ankur Sangwan. He bowled well too. But then that barrage of sixes released by Mohammad Irfan and Rais Ahmed, they were just unstoppable tonight, Fazan.
Absolutely. The wicket was a war zone tonight. And there were bullets firing from the bat. And a good ball to start the over. Quick into the wicket. And a little late on the shot, Ajmal facing the first delivery.
He's a solidly built lad, Nabil Arshad, and he bowls that so-called heavy ball. Bounce the ball into the surface. But we've seen he has that pace to get through the batters. We've seen him clean bowl a few batters in this tournament. Another exciting find for the UAE domestic scene.
And again, that heavy ball that Ahmed was talking about, back of the length, got a little too much bounce there for Ajmal's liking. Now practicing the uppercut. He was looking to go for a slash on the offside there.
Yeah, I certainly don't want to meet Nabil Arshad in a dark alley. He looks scary.
I was about to say that. You know, he has the look of a fast bowler. Very ferocious looking and very seriously playing his game as well.
He looks like the top bodyguard of a Bollywood villain to me. Very scary, these fast bowlers.
This is up in the air, not timed at all. Somebody is getting underneath, but it falls beyond them. And Haider Ali, the captain, will give the chase. It's a couple of runs here.
Well, I think that was the aforementioned wind that took it over the mid-off. I thought he was a goner. And you can see that Ajman Heroes dugout, they still look in shock. Somebody give them a bit of a pep talk. They certainly need it. They look absolutely glazed expressions on their faces.
They are in shock. They don't know what happened to them.
Well, who said 10 over cricket is pure fun? This is very serious business.
It's not fun for the bowlers anymore. But if you're Nabil, it is very much fun for you. This is straight to hand. Haider Ali takes an easy catch and second wicket goes down. So the experiment of Ajmal promoted up the order, not working for the Ajman heroes.
Just a low percentage shot. You're trying to flat bat a genuine fast bowler with the new ball. Banged in short. That was never going to work for you. He has too much pace, too much bounce. And Haider Ali with the simplest of catches at mid-off. So already 2 wickets down, Ajman heroes, for only 9 runs.
So Nabil has picked up a wicket as well. A wicket in the first over, wicket in the second over. And Harshit Kaushik is the new batter who's coming out to bat here. He can hit some big ones. They need a lot of runs. 149 to win. 140 more required with just 8 wickets in hand. And that too at a quick pace. It's never going to be easy. Somebody will have to pull off a race here.
Well, I think only Shah Rukh Khan can do that right now.
I think Rais, with the kind of form he's in, he's richer than Shah Rukh Khan. Richer at form at least.
That was an incredible knock. There you can see. Well, it hasn't been their day. First loss earlier in the afternoon. They had to wait right till midnight to get a go at the opposition. And they got blasted out of the park. 145 run opening partnership.
It was something else. It was like a dream that any batter dreams of. Oh, Harshit. Yeah, that's more like it. That's more like Ajman heroes. And that is why you see Mudassir is not playing, because he could not grab at the ball there.
What a pull shot from Harshit. That sounded like a bullet, like a rifle shot. He certainly has that big striking ability. Concludes the over with a maximum 15 for 2.
So 2 overs gone, 15 for 2. That is the score right now. Not the ideal start for Ajman heroes. But Harshit Kaushik hit that flat 6 on the last ball of the last over. In comes Ishan again for the second over here. Outside the off stump, Rahul plays it well, but straight to the fielder. Only a single.
Yeah, Harshit, he's certainly a clean striker of the ball. They use him exclusively in a middle order role, which I sometimes fail to understand. He's such a powerful striker of the ball. Why not use him in the power play? Natural timer and has a great array of shots as well all around the park.
That's a very good point. Especially on a day like today. He could have been promoted up the order. Rather than Ajmal, they could have sent him up. Oh, peach of a delivery, brute of a delivery, beaut of a delivery.
This boy can seriously swing the ball. Look at that movement in the air. Banana-like swing. And he's certainly using the wind to great effect. Squared up Harshit Kaushik there. And he's lucky to have missed that one, to be honest. It was too good to play.
Yeah, he tried everything in the book to touch it, didn't he? Squaring him up. It's always a great sight for a fast bowler, squaring up a batter. We saw that yesterday from Shahid Bhuta against Usman, squaring him up thrice and then finally taking his wicket. Zishan did the same on the last ball. And again,
Oh.
falling short. He had squared him up again. He had no idea, Harshit, what to do with that one.
And how hard did he hit the bat? That almost carried to backward point. Need to be careful. Cannot take him lightly at all. And somebody give them some ice cream or something just to cheer them up. They look really, really depressed.
Maybe a chai will do as well.
Yeah, thanks to Mr. Maroof.
We've got ours.
Oh, yes. Steaming kappa. Just keeping us our spirits high as well. It has been a long day, to be frank.
Absolutely. And wide given, finally. So runs coming finally in this over. Yeah, it's been an exceptionally long day for both my partners here. I joined a little late, but both my partners have been here till 3:30 in the afternoon, and it was a very hot day today. Thankfully, there's a little bit of breeze outside, so there's no humidity whatsoever.
Yeah, conditions have become very pleasant here at Eden Gardens. It's exactly like its name. Perfect conditions for some beautiful swing bowling from Zishan. Oh, squared up again. This time, they will take a single. And I think Harshit Kaushik is quite relieved to be off strike.
Exactly what happened yesterday as well. He squared him up, squared Usman up, Shahid Bhuta. Thrice, he took a single on the third delivery and got back on strike and lost his off stump. Can we do that tonight as well? It would be very interesting to watch if he bowls one that comes in now to Harshit Kaushik.
And even Rahul Chopra, he favors that cut shot. Oh, there it is, behind point. Just found the gap though. Very lucky, streaky boundary.
That was a beautiful shot. He waited for it and he knew exactly where he wanted to go. The third man was back on the boundary. He had no chance to cut that off. Behind point, nicely done. They need a lot more of those.
Well, that's the sign of a batter in great touch. Look how quickly that flew off the bat. But it has been a very intriguing spell from Zishan. We'll certainly be seeing a lot more of him for sure.
Oh, Peach! That was a Jaffa. Zishan bowls a Shandar delivery. That ends the over. It's still 2 down for 22 on board.
Back.
Harshit Kaushik on strike now for the next over. Saghir is coming into bowl here. Another fast bowler. We were discussing off air how many fast bowlers we have in the UAE. He starts well. Blocked by Harshit Kaushik. That's strange. A defensive stroke in a T10 game chasing 149.
Yeah, I think he was shaping up for that pickup shot off the back foot. That was slightly fuller. Should have looked to punch it through extra cover. And Ankur Sangwani is going to chew his nails off, furiously going at them.
The only player in that dugout that is talking was not in the 11. Isam. Well, this is a full toss and again blocked by Harshit Kaushik somehow. He didn't try to go for that big shot and that's run out. So Harshit Kaushik has thrown his wicket away. It was never a 2 there. Not against 7 districts at least because they have very good ground fielding unit.
Well, that was horrible running between the wickets. He didn't want to come for the second, was urged on by Rahul. And in the end, he was a yard short. Utter confusion, utter panic. And in the end, Hafiz Almas, flat throw. And he was a yard short. So disaster for the Heroes. Third wicket down.
Jeevan Gangadharan is the new batter coming out to bat, and Saghir has picked, in fact, hasn't picked up. Oh, another run out chance. This is athleticism at its very best from Saghir.
I think they're suffering from PTSD. Their brains have been scrambled. I'm not kidding. You're laughing, Faizan, but I think they're still in that shock of that 145-run partnership. They just don't look focused on their batting right now.
I'm laughing at your thought process. Well done, Ahmed. Give me a fist bump.
Well, run rate is required is up to almost 20. Good looking punch off the back foot there. That was a much more orthodox approach. But I just feel that they've taken such a hammering. They just want to get this game over with and go home, reboot, and come in tomorrow for the playoffs.
Absolutely. With the body language, that shows. Maybe Ahmed has a point there, because it shows as if they are not playing to win now. And that's a very bad body language in the dugout with the batters. They're not trying to go for big shots. This time he plays it well. And this time, short fine leg has no chance to get to that one, but square leg does. And that's another 2. So, no boundaries coming in. And chasing 20 runs per over, you need a lot of boundaries.
Oh, absolutely. Saghir has bowled an excellent over so far. Bowling threatening lines, pitching the ball up, targeting the sticks. Abdul Ghaffar still not 100% fit yet. So he was moving quite gingerly at fine leg. And they're certainly missing the man on the left of your screen, Sagar Kalyan. Outstanding batter.
Swing and a miss again. Well, that ends the over. A brilliant over from Saghir. Just 3 of it in a high scoring game. Priceless. 4 overs gone, 25 for 3. They are lagging way, way behind. Another left arm bowler coming into bowl. So we were talking off air, and that conversation got dissolved in that wicket. That there are 2 kinds of bowlers that you'd find in the UAE: faster bowlers or left arm spinners. We counted as many as 16 in the D50 playing, and he was not a part of it. So that makes it at least 17 left arm spinners in the UAE. Nicely bowled. Heather is a brilliant bowler, by the way.
Oh, absolutely. One of the best left arm spinners we have in the UAE for sure. I would rank him right alongside Ankur Sangwan or Mujahid Amin or Rahul Bhatia or Nilansh Keswani. Don't get me started on that list of 17.
You have those 17 on your fingertips, Ahmed. Well done. I wish I could remember names like that.
And the funny thing is I only have 10 fingertips.
Yeah, certainly. There's something that I and Rashid, our co-commentator, who's not there for the last 2 days, we connect on. We miss out on names, both of us. We know the person, we have met the person 100 times, we'd still call him something else. And gone. That's poor from Rahul Chopra. Wide given by the umpire, but that's really poor from Rahul Chopra.
Well, brilliant, canny bowling there from Haider Ali. Bowling it wide of Rahul Chopra's hitting arc, trying to use his feet, and a simple dismissal for the wicketkeeper Mohammad Kashif. Clean collection, and his goose was cooked. So they've got Rahul Chopra early once again. It's been a poor day for him.
Farazuddin coming into bat here. So a young prodigy bowling right now and a young prodigy batting as well. First ball for Faraz. In goes the captain. Slip in place. Good to see. And a drive. Good shot to see. And great work. Great cricket overall. This is only a single. That's very poor running between the wickets.
Fabulous work there by Mohammad Saghir at long off. Even though they're well ahead of the game, they're still doing their basics here. And at least Farazuddin is coming out there with some intent. The rest of the batters have just looked completely out of the zone.
Swing and a miss. And some turn as well for Haider Ali. And that's why you see the slip in place. This is aggressive cricket. Very aggressive cricket. Good to see from 7 districts. A young side. Relatively young side in this tournament. And they're giving it a 100%.
Well, they look like red hot favourites for this inaugural A10 Bash title. They seem to be an unstoppable unit. Fast bowlers, hard-hitting batters, spinners. Beautiful delivery from Haider once again. This time it spun a little less, so that variation coming in as well.
Yeah, and some kick off the surface as well. What a good delivery. I think they now know it's no avail trying to go for their shots. They're not looking to go for it. And when they are looking to go for it, it spins like that. 5 overs gone. Very poor heroes. 29 for 4. So another spinner coming into bowl. 5 overs gone, 29 for 4. It's been a long day for the whole crew, the production team, the camera crew, and they're still bringing you picture late in the night on your screens. And wrapped on the pads. Loud appeal coming in. It was mighty close, mind you. Faraz is lucky to be still there. So great work bringing those pictures to your screens from our camera team, our production crew, everyone. They've been out there in the sun, especially the camera guys. Big shout out going out to you all. You've been amazing bringing us those pictures. This is big. This is going down the ground. Some intent finally coming in from young Faraz. 6. And this 6 welcomes Mudassir Ali to the comm box. Welcome back.
Thank you, Faizan. And the little kid Faraz goes straight over the side screen and maximum.
You have little and everything going today. Little jumbo, little kid. And again, Faraz goes square of the wicket this time around. and a 4. Some entertainment here for everyone in the ground. Use another sentence with little. I'm waiting for it, Mudassir. That was a little too wide. It was a little too late.
I was always late. I'm always late, in fact.
A little too cheeky. Yeah, this is not good performance from Ajman Heroes. We were expecting a fight at least. We've seen no fight whatsoever. They're going as if they are playing a 50-over game here. And again, square of the wicket towards extra cover. There's a fielder there. Nabil comes in very fast. The ground fielding has been brilliant for 7 districts. And if there was an award, I was saying this yesterday as well, if there was an award for the best fielding unit in this tournament, it would have gone to 7 districts. They've been a very safe team in terms of catching, in terms of ground fielding as well. And a wide.
Oh, yes, and a very good side. And the difference between the other teams in 7 districts is the way they approach the game.
Passion.
Passion, and look at their fitness level. And before the game, they have the training session. They have a physio, they have a trainer. Full marks should be given to their team owner, Haider. We'll have this conversation in the next over. 6 overs done, 41 for the loss of 4.
Heather to continue here. There's a slip in place. And he goes big for us. What a shot. As good as we have seen all day long. Brilliant shot from Faraz. Up and over through extra cover. Good shot.
And look at the confidence in that shot from Faraz. It wasn't a bad delivery, but to stand and delivered over extra cover. Always in control. The D50 tournament, which he played for Fujairah, and he played a very key role, an important role, where they went on to win the D50 championship. Fujairah, thanks to this man Farazuddin. He was great with the ball, now getting some runs with the bat for his team, Ajman Heroes. And we were talking about 7 districts, and thanks to their owner Haider for giving them all the facilities which are needed for these lads. They have their own bus. They come in a bus, they stay together, they train together. That is the reason they have a very good unity in this team led by Haider Ali.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a whole process. Grooming players, swing and a miss coming in from Jeevan this time around. He's taken a lot of deliveries. Still hasn't got anything away. And surprising to see he was promoted up the order. Faraz was sent in later at 6 and Jeevan was sent in before him. And those are the qualities of a team, and this time he goes big, not from the middle of the bat, and falling short from Rais. Only a single this time around. Another good over coming in from Haider. He's given away just 12 runs in his 1.5. It's 48 for 4. So yeah, those are the things are of utmost importance when you're building up a team. The team unity, how they perform in the field. This is nicely played, beautifully played, right from the middle of the bat. Some entertainment finally coming in from Faraz. Good to watch. 7 overs gone, 55 for 4. So 3 overs remaining. They need 94 runs in those 3 overs. That's almost 6 runs per ball. So it's all but over here for Ajman Heroes. Statistically, it might even be possible, but logically, it is not. What a clinical performance. First with the bat, then in the field with the ball. They've been brilliant. I don't remember the last time I saw a dropped catch with this team. And that is why all those things that Mudassir mentioned are so important in the building phase of a team. Fitness is of utmost importance. And they have a very good physio. They have a very good trainer. A trainer who's worked with a lot of international cricketers, still working with a lot of international cricketers. I do not want to name those cricketers, frankly, but he has worked with a lot of international cricketers. Big names that you can think of.
You can see the change in the fitness level of the players of 7 districts, and thanks to the man, they're looking for a coach.
Well, Mudassir, best of luck to you.
Supposed to say you and Shoaib can apply for that post.
If they need a coaching in speaking, we can certainly do that. But teaching cricket is a different ball game altogether. Talking cricket is our domain. Floating power play taken here in the 8th over as the man I lovingly call Ghaffaya, because he bowls with a lot of spite and fire, is coming into bowl. Ghaffar.
Cannot run. Hafiz Almas is back in the side. Abdul Ghaffar, he was excellent with the bat as well as with the ball throughout the tournament. Wahab, another youngster, the left arm orthodox. And the 2 fast bowler which they recruited during this tournament, Zishan and Nabil. They're very fast.
Oh, quick hands. What a shot, Farazuddin. Where were you?
He is in completely different zone. The other batsman was struggling against the bowling lineup of 7 districts, but he has some other plan. Even the Abdul Ghaffar going for runs. Slight width offered and quickly played that shot through the offside. Faraz, dealing in boundaries, quickly moves to 29 of 10 balls.
That shows if he can do it, others could as well. The lack of intent showing, telling from Ajman, wide call, down the leg side, poor delivery. Ghaffar can do that. There's just one problem that I find with Ghaffar. He sometimes gives away too many extra deliveries. He's very difficult to get away. If he can work on that no ball problem and that wide problem down the leg side, he's a bowler to look forward to every single time he comes into bowl. Good rhythm, short run up, and look at that. Bowling Yorkers at will, toe crushers. This hurt Faraz. He's a strong lad, but it hurt him certainly.
Oh yes, a completely different fast bowler. Instead of taking wickets, he loves to hit those Yorkers on the toe of the batters, as we have seen last night. Sana was a bit of pain after getting hit on a toe. This time Faraz targeting the pads.
This will be a wide again down the leg side. The idea was good from Faraz to go for a ram shot because he was expecting another Yorker. So good thinking from the young man. I would love to see him bat up the order, given the license to go big for Faraz.
He got a couple of chances in this tournament. Adnan Mulk trusting him and sent him up the order at a one down position. But it did not work for Faraz, either for his team, Ajman Heroes. But in a longer format, he's a very good batter, Faraz.
Gone. Gone. Oh, bat involved possibly. It was mighty close. It was very, very close, I can tell you that.
Demanding for that wicket, Abdul Ghaffar yet again bowling into the pads of Faraz. But Afzal, the on-field umpire, was not at all interested.
This was a mighty good ball. This was a beautiful ball. Look at the replay. Great work from our production crew, and I think it might have taken the leg stump. But there was doubt, and the doubt goes to the batter. So possibly that is the reason why the umpire didn't give it out. And Faraz trying to go for a reverse ramp here, losing it completely, ending up playing a shot that is not there in the book.
He played a couple of good shots down the ground. Really don't understand why he's trying to play those cheeky shots for Azuddin.
Absolutely.
He has that caliber to hit the bowler down the ground.
Yeah, spot on, Mudassir. I think it's a mindset. When you've decided that you're going to try and go for that shot, that shows your mental strength as well. Jeevan wrapped on the pads this time, definitely pitching outside leg and going further down. And a direct hit would have had him. Oh, it's all happening. Another great over coming in from Ghaffar. 8 runs off the 5 deliveries. Still a ball to go. Faraz looking good on 30 of 12. But again, I think, it talks about your mindset. When you're trying to go for that particular shot and everything is stuck in your brain, till the time you play that shot nicely, you just cannot play anything else. That shows your mental strength. That ends the over. 8 overs gone. 65 for 4. Wahab coming into bowl. The penultimate over of the innings. So the power play over going for only 8 runs. The last one, Rais, the hero of the first innings. Only a single this time around. And I think Jeevan was never looking for a 2 there. Because possibly he won strike as well. Although he has done nothing at all to help his own cause. 5 of 15 deliveries. It is not a test match, mind you. Wide, given.
And even he is not running those runs for his partners. Jeevan Gangadharan dancing down the track, connects well towards that mid-wicket region. At last, a maximum coming from the blade of Jeevan Gangadharan. A bit slow in the air, Wahab using the feet. A good shot coming from the blade of Jeevan Gangadharan.
I think the approach from Ajman coming into bat in the second innings was not all that great. The body language in the dugout was not looking good. They were looking in shock, tired. PTSD is the term Ahmad Khwaja used. Post-traumatic stress disorder that you face when you come out of a war zone. It was like a war zone in the middle when Rais was batting, when Irfan was batting. Bullets flying from their bat. Sometimes even bazookas. And in the middle, for a couple of overs, they brought the tanks out as well.
Like a battlefield, the first innings. on the
Down the
bat.
ground, maximum, yeah. Good work for us. This is a good little knock, entertaining to see from Faraz. And I would love it if he can get to his 50 here.
He's coming down the order and he's showing his class. A statement from Faraz to all of us that he is not only a 50 over format batter, but also he can bat well. The shorter format, the 52 runs partnership of just 26 balls. Some improvisation going over the fine leg fielder, chase on by Zishan. Yet
Not,
again, only a single has been taken.
that's surprising. That's not good. That is not good. I think that is selfish from Jeevan. He wants the strike. He wants runs against his name possibly. Yeah, he goes big. This is in the air. Somebody needs to get underneath. Somebody does and drops it. This is a rare dropped catch that I've seen from 7 districts. That ends the over. A single taken on the last ball. Just one more over remaining in this innings. Ajman Heroes out of it already. 82 for 4 after 9.
Faraz on 38 of 15 balls and Jeevan finding it hard to take on the bowlers. He's on 13 and faced 18 balls. The final over will be bowled by Abdul Ghaffar, and this was the difference in the first innings where we have seen the batters complementing each other, rotating the strike, trusting each other. This is not happening in this inning, especially from Jeevan.
Absolutely. He was better off giving strike to Faraz, who's looking good. 38 of 15. He would certainly want to reach his 50, I'm sure. And he should get there with the kind of knock that he's played. He deserves a 50 here. Any false shots, mind you. All of them that he has hit have come from the middle of the bat. He's facing Ghaffar now. This would be a test for Faraz. Up in the air. This is going high, straight to hand. Oh, brilliant attempt from Nabil. He almost held on to it and in the process has injured himself. That was a hard crash onto the ground for Nabil. There's the replay. Up in the air, up there for a long time. Nabil, it was always getting away from him. He overran it first, then tried to take it on the second attempt, diving around. It was a catch that should have been taken in the first attempt. But then that second attempt was really good from him, and he hurt himself in the process. And this time he goes behind point. This is going, unfortunately, straight to hand. For a moment, I thought it was gone across the boundary ropes. Maybe the breeze across the ground stopping it from going. I think it was nicely played.
It was nicely played and it was fielded well, covering a lot of yards towards his left, Hafiz Almaz. So Faraz has got 3 deliveries and he needs 11 runs to go to that milestone. 16 balls, 39. An excellent knock by Farazuddin.
And again, look at that. That's a mental block for Faraz. He wants to hit one just to get that feeling onto the bat and hitting it for a boundary or a 6. And he's been trying for that like 5 times since the last over and the last couple of overs, in fact.
He could have pulled, or even he could have played straighter by making some room. He could have cut that ball, but he has some other intentions. Wanted to play over the scoop. He might try it again. No.
One-handed shot was way too far from the pitch of the delivery there. That'll end it for Faraz because it's just one more ball remaining. He scored 40 off 17, 18 deliveries, Still a good knock coming in from him. G1 is going to be on strike for the last ball of the over.
They have dominated throughout the 19.5 overs, 7 districts. In the first innings with the bat and in the second innings with the ball, and they were terrific in the field. Hitting the pad. Not interested to take that single. So with that, 10 overs done in the second innings. Ajman Heroes chasing 149. They only managed 86 for the loss of 4 wickets. A thumping victory for 7 districts. They dominated in every department, whether it's batting, fielding or bowling. At the end, 7 districts winning this match by margin of 62 runs. So shake hands. The fielders, Jeevan Gangadharan and Faraz Uddin, remain unbeaten. Some entertainment has been provided by the youngster Faraz Uddin. But yet again, men in yellow dominated. Great unit. The shorter format. They look very dangerous. And let's see the batting chart. Khalid Shah just going for 6 runs. Muhammad Ajmal has been promoted up the order, managed a couple of runs. Rahul Chopra, even the king of chasers, could manage just 6. And Harshit Kaushik unluckily getting a run out on 8. G1 and Faraz unbeaten on G1 on 15 and Faraz Uddin on 14. 9 extras conceded by the bowling team. 10 overs, 86 for the loss of 4.
My problem with that batting unit was no intent coming in from any of the batters there. Well, Zishan Nasir, 2 overs, 14 runs, picking up a wicket. Nabil Arshad, 1 over, 8 runs, picking up a wicket. Mohammad Saghir, 1 over, just 3 runs. Haider Ali, 2 overs, 18 runs, picking up a wicket. Wahab was the only expensive one, 2 overs, 29 runs. And Abdul Ghaffar, 2 overs, economical, 12 runs without picking up a wicket. 9 extras, total just 86 for 4 after 10 overs, chasing a mammoth 149 in a 10 over game. Just one never in the game. Ajman, those are the highlights. Started well Khalid Shah, that was a 1 bounce 4, and then lost his wicket. Catch taken on second attempt there, and wickets kept falling and falling. This was the second wicket to go down. And then Harshit came out and blasted this one away. A couple of blocks and then this happened. A run out, there was never a second there. And then Rahul Chopra lost his wicket as well on a very poor shot. This was played down the ground. And some entertainment coming in from Faraz. Couple of good shots through the covers. This one was beautiful. This one was as good as Reis's shots. And again going down, hitting it big. And fast hands from him. Beautiful shot, that one as well. And G1 played only that boundary. And then Faraz hit another one. So 4 sixes coming in for Faraz. And this is how the innings folded. That's the match summary for you. 7 districts. One of the finest performances that we've seen in this tournament. 10 overs, 148. Riding on with their openers. They lost the first wicket. 1 for 144. Rais Ahmed, 89. Massive inning. 35 balls. Mohammad Irfan, 52, 23 balls. And Mohammad Saghir just one. Jeevan Gangadharan, he picked up 1 wicket. And nothing else for anyone in their bowling unit. Ajman Heroes, Mohammad Faraz Uddin, the top scorer. Very good knock of 40 of 18 deliveries. No support for him. Jeevan Gangadharan was playing as if it was a test match. 15 of 21. Harshit Kaushik, 8 of 7. Nabil Arshad, Zishan Nasir, Haider Ali, 1 wicket each. 7 districts winning by 62 runs. There were 4 games today. We started really early, and those are the results of those 4 matches. The last day in the league phase. Match number 25, Elite Fleet winning by 6 wickets, were ousted in the next game by Chittagong Kings, who won by a massive margin of 27 runs. And match number 27, Z Games were never in this game. Defenders winning by 5 wickets comfortably, and Sevens winning this one comfortably by 62 runs. So those were the 4 games live from Eden Garden Stadium in Ajman at the fan code A10 Bash. This is the points table for you. Seven Districts right on top now have replaced Future Mattress, who are on number 2 with 10 points as well. Ajman Heroes, their run rate before this game was more than 3, and now it's 1.09. They have qualified though at number 3, and Chittagong Kings by a whisker qualifying in the earlier game today. And of course, 8 points for Elite Fleet, Defenders, Z Games, Prim Heights, all of them out of the competition now. Final to be played on the 16th June. Tomorrow there are qualifiers, and we'll show you the games coming in tomorrow a little later. We are going to go into a break here, and after the break there's presentation. Ahmed Khwaja, my partner, is down there, and he will be with the match referee, Mr. Iftikhar, giving out the player of the match, and I have no doubts in my mind it's going to be Rais Ahmed, but wait for it.
Thank you, Combs, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the final post-match presentation of the group stage of the Fan Code A10 Bash 2023. Match number 28 has been concluded. It was between Ajman Heroes and 7 Districts. It was 7 Districts who won the toss, elected to bat first, and they posted a whopping score of 148 in their allotted 10 overs. And in their bowling, they restricted Ajman Heroes to just 86 runs. Well, there were a lot of outstanding performances today. It's time to give the Player of the Match medallion. That will be presented by Mr. Iftikhar Ali, our match referee. And it could only be one man, Rais Ahmed, for his outstanding knock of 89, the highest score of the A10 Bash of just 35 deliveries, 6 boundaries, and 8 maximums. The highest score of the tournament, and he's also the top run getter of the tournament. Rais Ahmed, what an innings. 89 of just 35 deliveries. एक वक्त पे आपको लग रहा होगा कि 100 मेरे रेंज में है.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम. सबसे पहले तो अल्लाह ताला का बहुत शुक्र, अल्लाह ताला ने इतनी इज्जत से नवाजा. बिल्कुल ऐसे ही है. एक वक्त में लग रहा था कि मैं स्टार्ट में थोड़ा सा मोमेंटम लूज़ कर रहा था, लेकिन अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह यही था कि मैं अपना पॉजिटिव रह के गेम करूँगा. इंशाल्लाह तो रिजल्ट मिलेगा अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह.
अच्छा, मुझे एक बात बताइए, जब आप लोग ग्राउंड में उतरे हैं तो बहुत फोकस्ड लग रहे थे और बहुत सीरियस लग रहे थे. तो मैच से पहले क्या डिस्कशन हुई थी डगआउट में?
मैच से पहले ये डिस्कशन हुई थी कि हमने अपना नॉर्मल मैच जीतना है, तो ये डिस्कस थी. लेकिन मेरा भी यही था कि मैं अपना क्रीज़ पे रहूँगा. प्लान भी यही था, कैप्टन की तरफ से भी यही प्लान था कि आप अपना क्रीज़ पे रहेंगे तो इंशाल्लाह उतना हमें फ़ायदा होगा. तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह अल्लाह ने इज्जत से नवाजा है.
और एक थोड़ा सा मजाकिया सवाल है, हमारे जो को कमेंटेटर मुदस्सिर अली, वो आपको बहुत प्यार से लिटिल जंबो बोलते हैं. इस निकनेम की ज़रा कहानी बताइए हमें.
ये मुझे इसका अंदाज़ा है कि वो प्यार से बोलते हैं, तो वो प्यार से बोलते हैं, तो इसमें कोई ऐसी कहानी नहीं है, उनकी मोहब्बत है ये.
Well, आपने तो बहुत ही जंबो इनिंग्स आज के लिए. आउटस्टैंडिंग नॉक रईस, एंड गुड लक इन प्लेऑफ्स.
थैंक यू वेरी मच. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
Well, that was the lovely but powerful little jumbo, aka Rais Ahmed, with an outstanding innings, the highest individual score of the A10. That's all from the post-match presentation. That's all for tonight. Join us tomorrow for the playoff stage of the Fan Code A10 Bash 2023. We'll see you then. Good night.